Hey guys, Coupons Provide here, and today I'm coming at you with an old video that I completely forgot about, but I thought the layout was super adorable and wanted to share it with you anyway, and you will notice that it's in a different setting because this is how my setup used to be, but it's no longer that way. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I usually create full planner setups for my mini happy planner, which include a functional cover with a pocket, a closed dashboard with other pockets, and a journaling page along with some dividers and more pockets because I love for my layouts to have a ton of function. But since I have done many videos on these styles of products and steps and whatnots, I thought I would just bring this to you guys and let you see it because it's still cute even though it's a little old. So as you can see, that was my planner, and I actually have a tutorial on how to make your own denim planner cover, so feel free to check that out on my Happy Planner playlist. But for now, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. Per usual, the majority of my cardstock comes in the hot buy paper pads that we always get for $5 at Michael's. I would definitely say when they are on $5 sales, you definitely should stock up because those books retail for $20 a piece. Also, I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree scrapbook stickers, which I also suggest you stock up on because they are awesome and very large for $1. Our basic supplies are going to include a blade, a ruler, and the original cover to our mini happy planner as a cut guide. This first mini project is actually going to be a front cover for the inside of the planner and a pocket because of course we want them to have function. What we're going to do is use that front cover as a cut guide to cut the paper all the way across the length of the cover. We want it to have a back flap and an overhanging flap so that way we could use the back flap to cut down and form our pocket. Now do not cut the overhanging little piece because that's actually going to close the pocket on the inside of the front cover. Now of course we don't just want a blank pocket backing, so what we're going to do is take another sheet with a different pattern so that we can kind of mix these patterns throughout the project and line the white space on the pocket side. Once we've done that and cut it down to size, we can go ahead and adhere it with your choice of adhesive. I always use the basic brand tape, which is BAZIC, basic brand tape. Now I use this one because I've always found it at King Dollar and I absolutely love it, and it's very wide so it's very easy to use. Now Dollar Tree and dollar stores do sell a double-sided adhesive tape and sometimes they carry the Scotch brand, so keep your eye out for that. All I'm doing now is layering on that decorative sheet so that our pocket page is not blank, and then we're going to add some double-sided tape to the flap. I'm going to cut off a rectangular piece and we're going to fold it into a V so that way we can have a V shape at the bottom of the pocket to prevent papers from falling out. We're going to add the double-sided tape and adhere it and make sure everything lines up nice and neat. Once you have all the pieces together, go ahead and take your blade and ruler and clean up those straight edges to make sure everything is nice and coordinated. And then I'm simply going to add some black ink around the edges to kind of age these sheets a little bit. I don't mind the smearing. In fact, I kind of go for an emphasis on the spreading of the ink around the edges so that it has a nice bold border. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and take our planner cover and use it as a punch guide by tracing the top of the holes for the punch. We're going to take our dollar store hole punch and some scissors and cut the slits no wider than the width of the blade of the scissors into the center of the hole. This is going to allow your cover to slip on the Happy Planner disc, no problem. And then we're going to take our Dollar Tree scrapbooking stickers and begin embellishing. Also, I'm going to use some floral washi. There is no right or wrong, guys. I like to kind of layer messily. I like for all my stuff to be going in different directions. For me, it just seems so natural and it just looks fun and not overthought. Okay, so now that that part is done, we can go ahead and begin working on our closed dashboard. Now I'm a stickler for a dashboard because I do not like my dashboards open. Therefore, I created the closed dashboard. So what we're going to do is take two patterns of paper. You can have them coordinated or two totally different patterns, it doesn't matter. You're going to pretty much wrap around the planner cover because you want it to be 2 sheets. One is going to be the outside print, one is going to be the inside print. You're going to fold them, and then you're going to use that planner cover to cut it down to the size that you need to fit your planner. Sorry, that was my dog barking at who knows what. So what we're going to do is cut it down to the height of the planner, and you're going to go ahead and adhere these 2 sheets together. Of course, I'm going to be using the double-sided tape. I made sure to add a really good crease first because if you try to lay them flat and fold them after they are adhered, you're going to get bubbling and warping in the paper. So you want to make sure that when you adhere them together, they are already folded to allow that same shape and form whenever you're using your dashboard. Once you've set them together, you're going to go ahead and close it and clean up those edges once again. Going back and touching up the edges is always essential to having a clean looking setup. So now what I'm going to add is some border to the front flap. The reason you want a border to the front flap where you put your punches is because the front flap is the one that opens and closes the most, so it needs more durability. Adding an extra layer of paper is definitely going to extend the life of the front flap. Once again, all I'm doing is taking that same ink pad and carrying out the distressed look throughout the entire project. When you complete all the steps for all your different mini projects, it makes the entire project come together as a whole at the very end, just adding a lot of personality to your spreads. So all I'm doing now is taking a long rectangular sheet and I'm going to make sure that I coordinate it to match the rest of the layout. And I'm going to add some double-sided tape to this rectangular strip. Once I adhere it, I'm only going to adhere it down the middle, and I'm going to fold half of it over to the inside of the sheet. This is the area that I'm going to hole punch. It's going to be the front flap of the dashboard. Now that we're pretty much done with our dashboard, we're going to go ahead and start embellishing it for functionality. Now I actually found these Target Dollar Spot clear repositionable adhesive pockets on clearance some time ago, but they do come out with every new season and mostly in the back to school stuff. So I would definitely say to keep an eye out in the Target Dollar Spot section around that time of year. I like to put these pockets in my dashboards. This way I don't have to adhere things directly to the paper so that I don't damage the paper. We just use this area for sticky notes, page flags, or any little things that we want to have with us on the go in our planner just in case. Now that the inside of the dashboard is complete, on the back side I'm going to add another pocket. In this pocket I actually like to carry my business cards around with me. So on this folder or on this side of the dashboard we're going to embellish it for that purpose. I'm going to add a pocket and then of course embellish with some more of the stickers, which I just used the frame stickers and a smaller circle inside the circle frame so that it could let the background of the paper actually pop through. And I always write myself a little message to communicate with those that have interests like me. For example, in Michael's, when you see somebody in the planner section, talk to them, engage them, and give them a business card if they're interested. So in this pocket, I'm going to throw some business cards that I made with the Avery labels, which I also have a video on. Now that that's done, you can kind of see how it's looking when I start piecing it together inside my actual planner. I love the way it looks. I love changing them out every time I get a feel for something different. I like to play with the colors for the seasons and so on. At Tuesday morning, I actually found a pack of the junk journal pocket folders, and I decided to go ahead and add one of those to this layout because it's a really pretty green color. All I'm going to do is carry out that black border and punch the holes with my dollar store hole punch and so on, and add that to this planner. Now, one thing that I like to do is, number one, not only keep things affordable, but number two, use basic, easy steps that you can use in several projects and get a different look every single time. As long as you use the basic steps along with alternating patterns, colors, themes, seasons, and so on, you're always going to have an adorable setup or layout or whatever you want to call it for your planners to enjoy, and it keeps you interested in using them. At least it does for me, because I get a creative release as well as function. So that is pretty much it for this quick planner project, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my full playlist with all kinds of planner videos on it, because I got a huge variety. Every time I get creative, I like to share it with you guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Google+, and my Facebook group at Coupon to Provide. And don't forget, guys, keep couponing. Bye!